Imagine a garden that takes up almost no space at all. A garden that you could set up even if you don't own land, if you're just in an apartment but you have a balcony that gets sunlight. These green stalks take up 2 square feet per green stalk, and you could have an entire garden just on a balcony. In this video, I'm going to show you just how I set up these green stalks and how I'm topping up the soil and preparing the soil to plant for this year's garden. I'll show you exactly how much you could actually grow in these green stalks. One thing that really scared me off buying a green stalk for a really long time was the price point. I just felt like these were too expensive to justify spending money on a vertical garden space. But now that I actually have them, I wish I would have got them a long time ago because they're really hard quality. They're really high quality. The plastic is really, really tough. It's not going to break. The company that makes them, Greenstalk, actually gives you a nice warranty, which gives you good peace of mind for making an investment in these. And if I didn't have much space at all, if I just wanted to have a small garden on maybe like a front porch, or just getting started in your backyard and you just want a few things, this is seriously the best thing that you could do, because you're not taking up a lot of space, but you can still grow so many different things. And I'll show you the difference here. This is the original Greenstalk planter here. You can see, compared to the one next to me, which is the leaf, they're more shallow. This is a bit deeper. So this Greenstalk, you can grow basically anything. I've grown tomatoes, you can grow potatoes in here, you could do corn if you wanted to, squash, pumpkins. Last year I did peppers, and that's what actually this is going to be this year. We're going to have a whole green stalk of peppers. That'll be 30 peppers, 30 different pepper plants in just one green stalk planter. In these 2 leaf planters, I have one of them is planted with strawberries and one of them is going to be an herb garden. And these are also, I actually have some lettuces that I must have seeds in there from last year. They just self-seeded, so I'm just letting them grow. But I'm gonna have mostly herbs in one and strawberries in the other. Now I actually moved these 2 leaf planters over in this spot last week, and today I'm working on moving these original size planters right next to them. So this whole area here is going to be a little vertical garden Greenstalk area. So I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3, and I have another one that I'm gonna set up here. And the way that I'm setting these up, and I've learned the hard way, is make sure you actually have a nice level area. I used a tamper to tamp down, and I put a little patio paving stone down first, and I set that in the soil, made sure it's level. And then this is actually the spinner base. They have another one that actually has wheels, which I kind of wish I got that, because it would be a lot easier to move these around. Because when you decide that you want to move these and they're full of all the soil, it's really heavy and you have to take them apart one by one layer at a time to move them. But this is what I got, and this is really helpful because you need to move these and spin them in order to get sunlight all around all the different pockets of your green stalks, so that everything gets enough sunlight in order to grow. So I got things back here that, yeah, this lettuce is a little leggy because it hasn't been facing the sun. So yeah, something that you need to keep in mind when you have these kind of planters. So what I'm going to do here is start putting in my Greenstalk planters from last year, but you'll notice these were peppers. I need to get rid of all these stalks, and the soil level has shrunk down just quite a bit, and that is what happened and what happens. But I have just come in and filled it up to the top with fresh soil. This is mushroom soil and compost mix that I've had laying around, and that's what I'm going to do over here. And I'm going to get that all filled up. So one by one, I'm just going to put the tiers in and fill it with fresh soil, and then put the next tiers on top. I'm going to be getting some of these peppers in the ground, or not in the ground, in my Greenstalk, that have been sitting in the tray for quite a while. These must have been started earlier. These in the tray are a little bit smaller than I would like, but I'm still going to plant them out in the Greenstalk to get them started, and I think I have at least 30, which is good because I wanted to have one entire Greenstalk full of peppers, which is going to be enough to basically give us a year's worth of peppers in one planter. And that's one less thing we'll have to buy at the store. And I hate buying peppers at the store. It's just not the same. Now, the majority of these peppers that I seeded are they're, what are they called? A lunchbox pepper. There's one called Marconi Red, which is most of them. I only planted, I don't remember if I planted any of the bell peppers, because my plan was to plant more of the smaller lunchbox style peppers, because what I noticed with these green stalks is that the bell peppers can get so big and tall that they kind of droop over, and there's not really a good way to trellis them. But I had much better luck with banana peppers and lunchbox style snacking peppers, which is the majority of what I'm planting in the Greenstalk this year. It's really important to fill these green stalks up as high as possible, all the way up to the top of each tier. You're just going to give your plants better chance for success, and the deeper root systems they can grow, obviously the more fruit and success you're going to have growing whatever it is that you're growing. Today is an overcast and rainy day, which is perfect for transplanting basically anything, because you don't have to worry about the sun scalding and cooking your plants before they even get a chance to start growing. And the nice light sprinkles today are just making it easy on me. I don't even have to water these in. The soil's already wet, and these plants are just gonna take off. All right, I got a whole original sized Greenstalk full of these snacking peppers and banana peppers. Some of them are small, some of them are bigger, but we'll get fruit from them all eventually. And I even had a couple extra to go over on this second one here. So I have 1 tier, 2 tiers. So that's what, 41 peppers. Cool. All right, now I'm gonna go over here where this is supposed to be my herb garden, and I direct seeded some cilantro here that is growing very well, and that's a really good way to do it. I sometimes try to start a lot of things in trays, but even sometimes try to start things in trays and half the things don't come up. And I got weeds instead of what I planted. I planted mint, oregano, rosemary, dill, and parsley. And the dill came up, and I see 1 parsley here, but I'm not sure what happened to all of the rest of my seeds. They might have actually fallen off when I watered them. That's probably the most likely thing that happened. But I'm gonna plant some of this dill and the parsley that came up, and I'll probably end up direct seeding a lot of the empty holes in this tray.
Why did you stuff this tape?
You gonna help me?
Mm-hmm.
I got some chives I want to plant. Go ahead, Maddie, put it in there. Good job. If you would like to get yourself a Greenstalk, I actually have a link down below in the details of this video. I have an affiliate link that you could click and get your own Greenstalks and start your own patio garden this year. One last exciting announcement to share is that I wrote a book, and it's not published yet. It's going to be published later this month, but it's called The 400 Square Foot Garden. And if you would like to read the first chapter of my book for free, sign up down below for our email list, and I'll send you the first chapter of The 400 Square Foot Garden for free. And I'm really excited about this book, and I want to share with a lot of people the joy of the garden and give you a very practical plan for a small garden that you can grow, your very first garden if you don't have one yet. And you can grow food all year long in just 400 square feet. And click the link down below if you would like to see more about my very first book. I'm really excited about it. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.